the beginning of cutting a set of axle splines for a shaft that broke. There's a piece of equipment, a trencher out there. They don't make a shaft for it anymore. It keeps breaking. They made the shaft. I don't know why they made it 3/4 on this diameter and 7/8 out here. So we're basically making a whole new shaft that's way stronger. It's out of 4140. So it ought to probably hold up for what this guy's got to do. But we're basically cutting. That's the trial cut. I already did one on aluminum. Now we're cutting these splines on a piece of 4140 or the second shaft. So that's the beginnings. We'll show you what the end looks like. All right, we just got done cutting the splines. And they're ridiculous splines because they're odd. They're 13 splines, not odd, even splines like 2, 4, 6, 8. You can divide 360 into that simple. Well, with a 13 splined axle and 360 degrees, it's a freaking pain in the ass, especially on one of these, but pretty sure it's right. And unlike the other channels, I just got done with that, and I'm gonna go and see if it fits. I'm not gonna make sure it fits and then act like I got it right the first time. If it don't fit, I'll show you how to fix it.
Yeah. And what material did you make that out of?
This is 4140.
Okay.
And the guy was breaking that thing every time he tried to use it. And the machine has a clutch on it, so there's no reason why the shaft should be breaking, other than maybe the company was just deficient in their design, which often happens these days. A lot of these companies will build a defect in it so that it only lasts so long, so you got to buy another one.
Yep.
And they don't want you fixing it.
Yeah. That's why whenever you take a lot of stuff, when you take it apart or do this or that, it'll void the warranty.
Well, here at this shop, we fix shit still. Now, hopefully, I did my job right, and this thing will stab in, so I don't have to massage it half a day and get it figured out. Pretty good. Come on, ice cream. Yes. Yes, that is awesome. Yes. So yeah, 13 spline shaft, and I don't have to do it 3 or 4 times over to get it to fit.
Nice.
I did cheat though. Probably ought to show them the cheat. Took an aluminum shaft and cut the splines on it first. I actually had the cutter is a hell. Anyways, I forgot what kind of cutter it is. Shell cutter. It's a shell cutter, but it's at a 60 degree on the same thing as a thread. So I had to cut. It couldn't have in the bottom of the splines. Couldn't have a V all the way to the bottom because that gives you a fracture point. So I had to take and on my grinder in there, my tool grinder, I had to take this stock cutter and grind a flat on there, a precision flat, so that we would get a flat valley in the spline. And we did all that on this machine over here, which probably none of these channels show you. Instead of going and buying new end mills and drill bits and all that crap, this is an end mill grinder. It's any kind of tool you'd ever need to grind. You can do just about anything on this. And then I got a really good drill bit grinder right there. It goes to 3/4 inch. I don't hardly use them though. We don't wear our drill bits out around here. We usually keep them running for quite a while. We listen to them when they're screaming and slow the damn RPM down.
Yeah.
This is my little dentist light. An ex-buddy of mine gave me a couple of those. He was a good cat. He just kind of went sideways on me, so we ain't friends no more, but I still appreciate him giving me those. I use the shit out of them. It's really nice because you can have your head right by the light and it doesn't shine in your eyes at all. Try to get a drop light or anything, that all shines in your eyes and blinds you. This thing, I mean, you literally can be in the light and you don't even get blinded by it.
Nice.
But yeah, anyways, that was it.
So, what went wrong on it first?
Oh shit.
This is the second one.
Yeah, man, you can't even tell now, but it's 13 splines, and I got the degree off a little bit. You can see a little bit of the weld right there. But I cut the spline over too far, and it screwed the splines up. So I had to add material back in there. I TIG welded material back in there, and then went back in there and kind of massaged it back out with the lathe and the mill, and can't hardly tell now, but.
You put it in there?
Yeah, it actually fits. Yeah, proud of that shit. It's a nice tight fit on there too. I'm happy. Yeah, it was going to be scrap, and now it's not.
This is the frame for the Tac Falcon. I had to clean it up and get it painted. Here's another project. Project Shane. There's the Attack Falcon. This is gonna be crazy. Brian's done over there working on that. Come over here and point some stuff out to you guys.
Yeah, that's all my plating for the flatbed. When the flatbed's all done, it's going to be the support truck for the race cars. So we got air, we got electrical, and we got positive battery cable for jumping the cars and working on them off the back of the truck. And then the bed itself is going to be all toolboxes. It'll be a flatbed, but the top will open up for toolboxes. I didn't want toolboxes hanging on the sides. I just don't want the same looking shit, you know. Plus, and then I did all this crap here too. This is the headache rack. Got the silhouettes in there. That's my gig. I'm the first guy that did that, just so you know. Anyways, the silhouettes for the back there. In case your load comes forwards or you got rods or anything in the back and you get in a wreck, it won't come through and go through your head. So the silhouettes add a little protection. Plus, it's kind of cool, you know. And we didn't do the normal backrest. I had to do something different, of course. This is a future project. And then the bed here, everybody asks why it's so angled like this. Well, I've been out working, doing work on the job site, and you put a piece of 10-inch material, or 10-foot material, 20-foot material long, 20-foot long piece of material. You put it up right here, and you go to walk to get in your truck. If it's back here, you got to walk all the way around the material or go underneath it. But if you put it right here, you just go right up over here, and boom, right into your truck. You know. So you got basically two workstations. You got a forklift that can operate off of this station for one guy, and one off of this station for this guy. You know, and typically you don't get in the way because you're only working on the end of the pipe. So you can leave the long portion out this way and leave the short portion here. Or if you only got one guy, then you can leave the long portion out there and the short portion here. But anyways, we're gonna put toolboxes all in here, and that piece with the plug that I was showing you goes right here. There's gonna be air, 12 volts, plug. And I'm having inverter and batteries all in here, and then this whole area is going to be all storage for. It's going to have flip up tops, and then there'll be a flatbed when everything's closed. And that's pretty much it right now.
What about all the bushing?
Oh yeah, all the polyurethane bushings. Yeah, none of the bed or the bumpers or any of that stuff is going to be directly mounted to the frame or directly welded to the frame. It's all on polyurethane bushings.
It's the same in the front, right?
Yeah, there is one hard point on the front, but it's onto a flimsy piece of sheet metal, so went ahead. This little rod right here is solid, but that's the only thing that's solid to the frame. The old one was like that too, but everything else is on polyurethane mounts. You know, so you hit something, you're not going to put a bunch of stress into the frame. So yeah, this is a work in progress.
And what year is it?
It's a 2004
2004.
Chevy Silverado diesel. No, I didn't call you diesel. What are you doing, boy?
Come here, you big old lump.
But yeah, that's pretty much it right now. It all looks like dog shit right now, but once I get it all done, you won't be able to tell all the horrible workmanship. But yeah, it's just trying to do something different. Everything on the thing, you know, the bumper and the flatbed stick out just a little bit outside the body, you know, just to, you know, give you a little more space in the back. And plus, you know, I get up in the bush sometimes going through the manzanita, and it's nice to have something that kind of pushes the manzanita out of the way so you're not totally destroying the truck.